Hi, guys. So, we are about to watch a list of 12 amazing places in Iceland. So, I'm going to do it this way to avoid any YouTube problems. So, let's watch and learn.
But first, thanks, Ruda, for leaving us this suggestion. We hope you guys enjoy learning about the most amazing places in Iceland. There certainly are some magical places in this country, but we found these ones to be the most amazing. Leave us a comment in the comment section on what country we should do next, and maybe we'll feature you in an upcoming video. Number 12. Stronger. Iceland is an island in the North Atlantic, which is slightly bigger than the US state of Maine. It's also known as the land of fire and ice due to its highly active volcanoes as well as their glaciers. This strange contrast in elements allows for some amazingly beautiful geological structures, as we're about to see, and also some mysterious legends. Just outside the small town of Vik, you'll come across three columns of sharp basalt rock known as Stronger. Legend has it that the three columns were actually three giant elves that were frozen. They were attempting to drag three ships ashore, and when they weren't able to do so quickly enough, they turned to stone from being exposed to the morning sunlight. This is also a great place to walk along the black sand beaches, and also to see similar rock formations to the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland, like we can tell from this image. Number 11, the Ice Caves. With all the crazy cave systems and stunning ice caves like this one, you'd probably begin to believe in elves as well. These stunning ice caves are located in Iceland's Vatnajökull Glacier, which is the biggest glacier in Europe. The amazing shades of blue is sure enough to keep you entertained during wintertime. You're only allowed to visit this one during the coldest months of the year, since they don't want to risk the ice collapsing and falling on someone. It almost appears as though this cave explorer has landed on an entirely different planet. While many ice cave tunnels form from geothermal springs, the heat of the earth below, these ones actually form from the heat of summer, which melts holes into these amazing glaciers.
2020, a year full of trials.
Number 10. Godafoss. This is one of the most spectacular waterfalls in Iceland, and it's located in the Barðardalur district of the north central part of this country. Normally, with a mixture of fire and ice, you're bound to get plenty of water. The amazing rock formations and the purity of the water makes this a breathtaking landscape to behold. In wintertime, the waterfall freezes, and it looks something like this. The water drops about 36 feet below and stretches around 100 feet wide. Iceland was originally settled by seafaring Vikings who made it all the way here from Scandinavia. Legend has it that when one of the settlers converted to Christianity around the year 1000 AD, he threw statues of Norse gods into the bottom of this waterfall. In Icelandic, the name of this waterfall, Godafoss, now translates to the waterfall of the gods. Number 9. Skogafoss. When you think of the word waterfall, this amazing natural marvel is probably exactly what you would imagine. Iceland only has a population of about 330,000 people, so it shouldn't come as a huge surprise that most of their amazing places are going to be all natural. Skogafoss is one of the country's biggest waterfalls with a drop of over 200 feet. This is situated on the Skoga River on the cliffs near the southern coastline. What's amazing about this place is that it consistently produces a double rainbow on sunny days. According to legend, Vikings managed to place some treasure behind the waterfall and into a cave. Locals found the chest, but when they went to grab it, it seemingly vanished. It's easy to see why many people believe this is a magical place. Number 8. Kirkjufell. You might think this beautiful mountain is somehow from a fairy tale book, but it's actually an amazing place in Iceland. It's become a hotspot for filming movies and shows such as Game of Thrones. The name Kirkjufell literally translates to the church mountain due to its shape. In addition to its unique landscapes, it's also located near the Arctic Circle, and you know what that means. In this photo, we see the northern lights overtake the skies in a remarkable display of color over this well known landmark in Iceland. Some have described it as the country's most magical mountain. This is also the highest mountain on the northern coast of Iceland, near the town of Grundarfjörður, and it's a must see if you ever get the chance to visit the country of Iceland.
EVE Online is a vast universe.
Number 7. Stroker. You might have heard of Old Faithful here in the United States, but in Iceland, they have the Stroker geyser. In case you didn't know, the word geyser actually has Old Norse origins, which means gush. Iceland's geothermic activity has certainly made it one of the most unique places in the world, and it creates things such as geysers and hot springs, which make it popular among tourists. Boiling water created from heat below Earth's crust blasts out the surface, basically like an H2O volcano. This happens on a regular basis, and tourists can expect to see it once every 5 to 10 minutes. The stream of water can reach anywhere from 70 to 120 feet in the air. There aren't many geysers in the world, let alone ones that erupt so regularly. The conditions need to be just right, and you better believe that some extreme volcanic activity nearby is necessary. Number 6. Grjótagá. This place, with a really hard name to pronounce, is basically evidence that Iceland is a pretty mysterious and magical place. This is certainly a hotspot for locals and tourists alike. The natural forming rift here is found over geothermic activity, but it heats up just to the right temperature, allowing for people to take a dip. In 1975, after a volcano erupted, the water temperature rose too high for swimmers, and due to varying pressure in the Earth's crust, it's recommended to check with locals to see if it's safe to swim here. It's not every day you get the chance to swim at a sweet cave hot spring like this. And reimagine you don't want to get boiled alive if it's too hot, so it's worth asking. Number 5. The Blue Lagoon. Not a big fan of getting chlorine in your eyes? If you're looking for a naturally warm swimming pool, look no further than the northern European country of Iceland. This actually wasn't created naturally, like many of these on this list, but made during a construction of a geothermal power plant. People began to notice the therapeutic qualities of the water and the mud, and they just decided not to build a power plant after all. What's also crazy about this place is that it's located on the Mid Atlantic Ridge, which will allow you to swim from one fault to another, technically on two different continents. It's certainly one of Iceland's most popular tourist attractions, so you might see some cocktail waitresses bringing out some drinks. While this location is open to the public, the closest hotel that people should stay at is the Blue Lagoon Clinic Hotel. So drop your stuff off, enjoy this natural wonder, and don't forget to bring a towel. Number 4. Hallgrímskirkja. When you reach the charming capital city of Reykjavik before flying back, make sure you check out a few of the man made structures as well. And if you're feeling extra courageous, be sure to try the sheep's head at a local restaurant, which is a delicacy here. This strange Lutheran church is known as Hallgrímskirkja. It's one of the most notable buildings in this city, and it rises 244 feet in the sky, making it Iceland's tallest structure. The peak of the tower is also used as an observational tower to keep an eye on the city. The view from the top is certainly amazing as well, and you can notice how colorful the town truly is. There's also an organ here with over 5,000 pipes, and is 45 feet tall. The statue of the explorer Leif Erikson stands proud in front of the church here, and which was a present from us Americans. By the way, you're welcome. Number 3, Ausbergi. And just like that, we're back to the nature, which is probably the best thing to enjoy on this island. Located in northern Iceland, this is an amazing canyon and is flooded with trees down below, and home to a vast ecosystem with many different species of trees. This is found east of Husavik and is notable for its steep canyon sides, which can rise up to 300 feet high at nearly a perfect 90-degree angle in some cases. It's believed that this unique canyon was formed from massive glacial flooding after the last ice age. It must have been a pretty dramatic thing to witness. The horseshoe shape of this canyon will give you an idea where you are at all times. Number 2, Lake Hurin. This intense piece of Icelandic geography is found in the western part of the country and is also impressive when it freezes over a few times each year. The lake is surrounded by red volcanic rock and it's about 160 feet deep. It's become a localized tourist attraction, and there's even been concerts on the lake with musicians performing on rafts. The lake formed from rainwater filling up the caldera like a swimming pool, and it's relatively new, forming only about 3,000 years ago. This used to be a cone shaped volcano, and when all the lava was spewed, parts of the magma chamber collapsed. Number 1, Mount Hekla. In the land of fire and ice, we feel as though it's appropriate to put Iceland's most active and possibly their most dangerous volcano as our number 1. Hikers still visit this place despite the possibility of it going off at any moment. It went off in the year 2000, and geologists have certainly been monitoring this place more closely now. Despite its potential to devastate the country, it's become an iconic symbol of Iceland. And there's even an airplane Iceland Air decided to name Hekla Aurora. This amazing geological structure is a perfect example of how something can be so beautiful yet so deadly at the same time. You better believe an eruption could certainly ruin someone's vacation here, but it definitely seems worth it.
So here you have it. I hope you learn at least like three interesting things about Iceland and be ready in the exit ticket to answer, list out three things you learned. Bye, you guys. See you later.